Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Good morning, dear friends. You may be asking, why is it a good morning if there is pandemic, Vanessa? Why is it a good morning if... Friends, why not? God is allowing us to live one more day on earth. There are many who want to be incarnated and given another chance. When you make a mistake, you want a second chance. When we are incarnated, we are living our second chance. It is a good morning because we are given the faculty of co-creating with God. And that's an honor for us. We're not spoiled kids complaining about nothing. We are good children. Today, Emmanuel through Chico Xavier, in the book Harvest of Light, is going to invite us to a major lesson, a lesson that we need nowadays, a lesson on peace. It's chapter 5 of the book Harvest of Light, titled The Lesson of the Sword. Jesus, as reported in Matthew 10:34, said, "Do not think that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but the sword, said the Lord." And many apprentices take precedence over the literal feature of his word to extend shadow and disturbance. When we embrace the concept, countless companions consecrate themselves to sourness at home, disturbing their own family members by imposing on them beliefs and points of view, while destroying their understanding, instead of aiding them in the planting of the living faith, when they do not confuse themselves in discussions and conflicts, creating controversies without profit, or accusing all those who do not communicate according to their booklet of violence and cruelty. Until the time of Christ, the world had legalized the arrogance of hatred and ignorance, keeping the terrible domination through the deadly sword of war and captivity in bloody devastation. The kingship of humankind was tyranny coated with gold, ruining and oppressing where it extended the destroying claws. With Jesus, however, the sword is different. Turning to the bosom of the earth, the sword of Jesus represents the cross on which he himself bore the supreme witness of sacrifice and death for the good of all. That is why Jesus' example does not justify the unbridled instincts of those who intend to wound or to wage war in his name. Discipline and humility, love and renunciation mark his attitude at every step of the way. Scourged and forgotten, amid scorn and slander, spontaneous forgiveness flows incessantly from the soul, only to return blessing for a curse, light for darkness, good for evil. Thus, if you have received the symbolic sword that the Master has brought to life, remember that the battle instituted by the Lord's lesson remains alive and rigid within us. Thus, by sabering the sword over the past of our old foolishness, we will convert it into the redemptive cross, in which we will fight against the enemies of our peace, hidden in our own self, in the form of pride and intemperance, selfishness and animality, consumed at the price of our own consecration to happiness of the others, the only road capable of leading us to the definitive empire of the great light. In this message, we learn that the enemies are not outside, they are inside, in our pride, in our lack of patience, intemperance, in our self-centeredness, in our inferior passions. So what do? We focus on the happiness of everyone, and we focus on believing in the good inside of us and strengthening it. Discipline and humility, love and renunciation. This is the movement that is being created for the new world, a world of regeneration, and you're invited to it. No longer we need a world of violence, of aggressiveness. These are the days in which people are choosing either peace or violence. It is up to us to take that side, the side of the good. We're not, but we'll pay a price for both. For either one, we're going to pay a price. It's up to us. Let us then together, right now, pray. Pray and visualizing waters of healing light showering upon us and ridding ourselves of sadness, of sorrows, of hatred, of intemperance, of selfishness, and strengthening ourselves to co-create with God, with love in our hearts. Shall we, friends? Dear God, you know our needs and you love us so much. We can feel your kind, loving embrace, strengthening us, caring for us, but most important, caring for those who need more than we do. Loved ones who are sick, friends who need help, companions who need strength, healing. Dear God, thank you for blessing our homes every day, for the light of yours enveloping our neighbors, for the health that you concede to us, and for this network of love that we form through this moment. May we be workers of the light today, allowing your light to flow through us without obstacles, and thus creating with you a bond of constructive works, count on us, please. And we can already visualize light enveloping our cities, our countries, our planet Earth. We believe in love, we believe in the good, we believe in you, dear God. May we stay during this day under your guidance and inspiration, as you grant us the opportunity of living one more day in this reincarnation, in your name and love, and so be it. Thank you, God, for one more day. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be able to nourish our souls together. It's so good to know that God never forsakes us. And you can read this message also in the book, Our Daily Bread by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier, chapter 29. God never forsakes us. What a joy to know that we're always cared for, that we're always being surrounded by the best care. In spite of the odds, let us seek the good and find God inside of us and everywhere. Thank you, friends, and until next time.